Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. See, we got to travel to New Zealand for this one. This dude got accused of having an affair when his partner found another woman's underwear by their bed. That's,
boy.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. And he blamed the cat. And she says, you know what? That is so lame. I am so done with you. Turns out it was the friggin' cat. It was the neighborhood cat who was stealing other people's clothes off of their clothesline. And
you know, a lot of people say cats are jerks.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is just another great illustration of why some people believe that cats are jerks. Cats planting underwear in somebody's home, trying to break up the relationship.
Well, that would suck, though, dude, because if that happened to me, you know, I mean, I'm monogamous, I'm not cheating on my wife, and then all of a sudden there's this random pair of somebody else's underwear. I wouldn't know how to explain that.
I had that happen once when I lived in Queen Anne when I was an apartment manager. I remember I was doing my laundry, taking it out, and I was with my then girlfriend, and she, as I'm folding laundry, she's like, what are these? And there was a pair of panties. And it was just like that moment of, I have no idea. I don't have anything to say. And then find out later on, I go back to the laundry room to do another load of laundry. There's a sign saying, if anyone has my underwear, can you please leave it on top of the washing machine? Somehow, it was probably like, you know how sometimes like when things go through the wash, it gets stuck to the side?
Yeah.
It must have just been there, ended up in my load. That doesn't sound right. Ended up in my batch of clothes.
That does not sound right either.
Ended up in my stuff.
Yeah, that's no, maybe. In other words, they ended up with your laundry.
Yeah, but it was like, that was a tough sell at first because she's like, yeah, sure, likely story, as I'm sure that this guy had to deal with. Likely story, the cat put it there.
Yeah, his name was Ed Williams, and here he is talking about how he was accused of cheating on his wife because the cat was planting underwear in his house.
One day my partner came in, I was still in bed, she'd just come back early in the morning from work to find a pair of knickers at the end of our bed, which obviously I didn't have an explanation for, so that's where it first started. Then we found a big bra on the back step, which again had no explanation. It was only after a couple of weeks that we actually saw him come across the road with a t-shirt in his mouth that we realised it was Mo. Basically scours the local neighbourhood for clothing. There's 3 new pieces today. So we gave the most recent box back to the neighbours last week. I think they're getting a little bit annoyed, but they do see the funny side of it as well. So I've spoken to them all about it, and a lot of them come over and collect the clothes when we've got a collection of them.
I like that you made a point. A big bra.
Yeah.
Busty lady.
You know what really fascinates me about that story?
What's that?
Is that people are still hanging their clothes out in New Zealand. Like they hang their clothes out in the clothesline for the cat to be able to steal them in the first place. Because we all have dryers pretty much now, don't we?
Yeah, well, I'm sure the Incredible Hulk would appreciate that.
The Hulk, yeah, because where would he be if he couldn't steal clothes? Danny has no idea what we're talking about, but that was way back in the day.
You never lived a life where you had to hang dry your clothes?
No, he's talking about the Incredible Hulk.
Oh,
both,
okay.
actually, yeah.
Get out, then just leave.
So you never had to hang dry your clothes?
Oh,
huh?
no.
Never knew anything about that. Yeah.
Dude, we had the big-ass clothesline in our backyard. Like, you go out the back, and, like, our house, with the back door, it was kind of like a second level. So the clothesline was right there, and it went all the way to the end of the yard, which was, a couple hundred feet. And so, you had to pull it, and you put it out there, and clothes would just hang and dry. It was like, that was just how you did it.
There are people that have never had to put on a pair of jeans that have been hung dry and outside. Because those were so stiff to get into. They'll never know that because of the fact that you can throw your jeans in the dryer now and it's not a problem. But they were so hard to get into when you let them just hang dry outside.
In college, in our dorms, we all had those wooden dryer racks because you couldn't have a clothesline, so you just had like the racks. Do you ever see in like a hotel? In the bathroom, there's like a little cord that goes all the way across the tub. Like
yeah, I always thought that was for sex.
What, like some kind of like Michael Hutchins autoerotic?
Yeah, like you hold on to it or something, or I don't know.
No, that little cord that goes across. That way people can hang dry stuff if they want to wash stuff in the hotel room.
Yeah.
That makes sense now.
Yeah, it's
I didn't know that at all.
I'm a little concerned for your significant other there when you guys stay in a hotel, though.
Yeah, that's a fact. Honey, look, they got one of our choke cords that you love.
Let me wrap this around your neck.
Damn,
it'll be fun, and then we'll dry our shirts.
Pretty much, yeah.
That is so bizarre to think that, that's another thing that I grew up with that's gone. And I remember we bugged the hell out of my father. My mother was nicer than that, so I said, Mom, I'm going to do this on your behalf because I was tired of getting you those jeans like that.
Yeah.
Dad, you got to get Mom a dryer. What kind of a husband are you? She would love a dryer. You got to get her a dryer. But I wanted the electric dryer.
We had a dryer, but my mom still was old school in the sense of wanting to hang dry most of the stuff.
Yeah, we couldn't afford it.
Yeah, we had one, but there were certain things that I think she just felt were better to dry outside. But the worst was when it was like a windy day. Sometimes your clothes would end up in the other person's yard.
That's so true.
And then she makes Dave in, go outside, hop the fence, and grab the shirt. And I'm like, I hope their dog's not out there. It's like just great.
That's awesome. Oh, that is so cool.
Somebody says, I lived in New Zealand for 7 years. Everybody still hangs all of their laundry out to dry.
Isn't that something?
I remember my mom hand washing clothes and then hanging them up.
I wonder why they do that in New Zealand, because I'm assuming they get winters just like we do, right? Do they get snow and stuff? And that was the worst, is when you had to go out in cold weather and hang clothes. And my mom used to have to go do that, or she'd get one of us kids to do it when we were old enough. Just pull out the laundry. And then you get that wet laundry that you have to hang out when it's cold out. And it was just, I hate this job.
In hangers. You don't even probably have to use the clothespins.
The clothespins, yeah.
Oh, no, not for that, yeah.
Is that also something that you use in the bedroom?
I was actually.
Yeah. There are clamps and clips that you need for certain parts of your body, Steve.
What are you using clothespins for, then?
Right here, Steve.
Oh, I know that, BJ.
Wow.
Right there, Stevie.
I was wondering what he was using it for that doesn't have anything to do with erotic stuff.
They were a fashion statement in high school, so we would use them to just clip things to our clothes and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I did forget that.
I didn't really know what they were for, though. I thought they were clothes pins, like meaning you put them on your clothes. I didn't think you actually hung anything with them.
We used to use them as chip bag clips, too, before. Now, of course, they have chip clips because somebody...
Yeah, but you're right, but they were great chip clips.
Yeah, that was something that we would use all the time, but we had bags of those things. Those things were crazy.
We used to do arts and crafts with them a lot, too, like in elementary school.
I feel bad for the dudes that made those. That was a great business, and then all of a sudden they don't need it anymore.
That's funny. You guys have me wondering if Danny has ever seen a clothespin before.
Yeah.
So since I was stationed in Georgia, it was so hot we just hung our clothes outside to dry them. Another person, I lived in Korea for a year. Everything was hung dry, but it would get cold as F.
Yeah. It's there's nothing like clothes that come in from outside, and they smell great, but
someone just said there's nothing better than getting into bed on clean sheets that were hung dry outside in the sun.
What the hell's going on? Are people reading our minds? We reading their minds?
Right.
That's insane.
I know.
You have access to the text. I don't see what you're reading. That's nuts.
This is crazy.
I'll tell you about this new survey. New survey says 8% of guys say they've actually imagined their car turning into a person, which that's a lot of guys, dude, that think their car, they imagine it turned into a person. Like what, like a transformer?
Well, people talk to their car. I mean, don't you ever do that? Like, come on, you got this.
Yeah, but imagining it turning into a person?
That's a little weird.
They've daydreamed about it?
That's extremely weird, actually.
That's wow. Well, I know, and I'll tell you, one of our buddies, H.B. Radke, made a movie about a guy getting busy with his car, and I thought that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. But now with this survey, maybe his movie's going to be popular amongst that 8%.
Huh.
Damn. By the way, if you do a search on the internet for car lover, Ed
Smith.
It's disturbing, HB's video, and I may have been based on the life of Ed Smith. 1/3 of guys have named a car, and they're slightly more likely to go with a male name. Oh, see, I would have always gone with a female name, like Betsy. Betsy was always the classic.
My car, we call it Frank.
Oh, good old Frank?
Frank the Tank.
Oh,
also,
Frank
because it's blue. This is a real stretch, but it's how my mind works. Frank is blue. My Jeep is blue. Frank Sinatra was old Blue Eyes, so therefore it's Frank.
Don't forget Frank the Tank was him. You're my boy, Blue.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
How about that?
All right. 37% have spoken to their car like it was a person. I think Knight Rider helped with that. We all wish we had Kit.
Yeah. Well, soon enough, it feels like we're going to.
Yeah, I've been seeing commercials. Is it Ford that people are driving a Ford and they're talking to Alexa on there? I think I see. It's so bad. I don't know, but
I think you're right.
I have been seeing commercials where someone goes, "Hey, order my favorite thing at Starbucks," and she's telling Alexa to do it.
Do you have a name for your car?
No, I don't.
Like
actually,
Harry the Hyundai?
I used to when I was in my 20s. Yeah, but I don't have a name for my car. Huh. I don't know if I lost that ability when I got married or didn't care anymore, but no, I don't have a name for it. But I used to, all my other cars I did.
Danny, do you have a name for your car?
Dexter 2.
Dexter 2.
Yeah, because I had a black truck.
Is it
and his name was,
Offspring?
yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Dexter
that's
1,
awesome.
And now he's Dexter 2.
His obsession with the Offspring.
Yeah.
Oh, now I feel like I'm not part of the gang. I don't have a name. I got to come up with a name. Damn. 31% believe their car has a personality.
I mean, they can be finicky. Like, it can get mad. It can break down.
Yeah, I don't know if my car has a personality. You know what? I'm not paying enough attention to my car. No, maybe my car is feeling like maybe I'm not a good enough owner.
One texter says, I named my truck Cammy the Dodge Rammy from Chris.
Okay, I do like that. Cammy the Rammy. That's a good one.
Another person, my Impreza is named Scooby-Roo, or maybe Scooby-Roo.
Yeah, Scooby-Roo.
Another person, the Murano, and they said I named it Alyssa Murano.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's awesome. That's a good name.
I have an orange Pinto. It's OP for orange Pinto.
OP!
Yeah.
Nice. Well, there you go. I still can't believe people think they're imagining their car turning into a person. I don't know what to make of that.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Steve, you know how Vicky doesn't pay attention?
Yes.
Well, we have a new survey about porn at work.
Uh-oh.
There she is.
What?
Yeah, she's back.
I heard porn.
Yeah. So I'm going to just throw this out there, and it's 2018. Who knows what can be going on? But who do you think spends more time watching porn at work, men or women?
Men.
It's not a bad guess. I mean, that's where I'd go.
So is it right?
No.
Wrong.
It's totally wrong. Now,
wrong.
According to Sugar Cookie, I'm not sure if it's I don't know what that is.
That's my favorite actress.
Yeah, I guess they would know. They did a survey, found out that 85% of women say they watch porn at work.
Well, guys aren't admitting to it.
Well, I mean...
More guys are watching porn at work. Give me a break.
They're saying only 60%, pretty much.
Well, where's the other 9% in this situation?
Yeah, I know. I don't know where they are. They should be there. It could, I think that's believable because I would be afraid to watch porn at work because I would get in trouble.
I think my favorite part, I looked up sugarcookie.com and their logo is Sugar Cookie, porn for geeks.
Oh,
there you go. It's your place.
That is my place. Porn for geeks. I'm off. Have you heard of that joint, Vicky?
No, I'm into not so much geeky stuff as I am
She's into sugar brownie.
some rough stuff.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't think it means anything. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's. I bet if we go to Urban Dictionary and we look up sugar brownie, it's not going to be good. That's so you think the men are lying? You don't think that 59% is really representative of what of the men that are watching porn at work? You think it's a lot more than that, Steve?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's 100% of men. There's always that one guy. So I'd say 99% of people, of dudes, have looked at porn while at work, whether it be quickly on their phone, a picture that someone sent. I mean, what do you constitute porn? Does it have to be a video? Can it be pictures?
That's a good question.
I think anything that's nudity is porn.
Yeah, I that's a very good question. I am surprised at 85% of women because, I mean, they're saying a third of pornography viewing in general is done by women, unless that number's changed.
I'm imagining since a lot of women are on Tumblr and stuff, they have a lot of categories and areas for like GIFs and pictures for porn. Oh, yeah. Sometimes when I'm bored and I want to find something new. Tumblr.
I've never been on there.
Tumblr.
You don't know Tumblr?
It's like a social media kind of picture.
I thought it was like a gymnastics website.
No.
You can go there.
No, Tumblr's Tumblr's been around for a while.
I know. Everyone's. It's like Reddit. I don't need more of stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But when it comes to porn, Steve, come on now.
Yeah, but those have fun thumbnails.
18% of people have been caught watching porn at work, and 28% of people say they've caught someone else watching porn at work. Wow.
That would be awkward. If you walked in and somebody's... I remember one time, many years ago, we had a coworker who was hanging out and hooking up with internet porn star.
Oh.
And so when we caught wind of that, and we got the credentials to get into the page to be able to check it out thanks to that coworker. He wasn't too shy about sharing that kind of stuff. A bunch of us from the station, when I used to work at the end, we would all gather around my desk and check out what's going on her page until we found some rather explicit pictures of her and him on the studio console.
Oh!
And then we were like, okay, this got awkward. I don't know why it wasn't awkward until we saw that.
Yeah, it's your workplace. It's like where you touch the buttons.
Workplace and co-worker.
Yeah.
Like, before that it was just stuff with her or herself or objects, but it was never we never saw the pictures with him.
Oh,
so once that came up, I'm like, you know what, maybe I'm going to close this, and everyone's like, yeah, I'm going to get back to work. It was awkward.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
Yeah.
Very, very awkward when you know that person. And did you have to look at that person later on?
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah, but I mean, good for him. It was just like, I didn't need to see that.
Yeah. Was he? Did he fit the bill? Could you tell if he belonged in that thing, in that movie with her?
Couldn't tell. That part was missing.
Oh, it was missing. Oh, you should have. You
know what I mean?
You should have really gotten a search party.
I'm sure if we kept clicking, we could have seen. But you know what? That's when we hit the X button.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be like, man, that again, it's another guy. I mean, I will make the assumption. I make the assumption that if a porn star wants to hook up with you and put you on her page, you have to be somewhat okay. You know,
you would think
you can't be like a Dinklage. You can't be that guy. You know, can't be doing that.
One person says, "Yeah, Vicky is right with Tumblr. It's a daily routine. Tons of porn on Tumblr. It's great."
So you can be on Tumblr and it will look like, I'm just going on Tumblr. I didn't know they had all the porn on Tumblr.
I don't know. I'm looking at Tumblr right now, and it does not look like you're just on Tumblr. It looks like...
Whoa! You can see what she had for lunch.
That's Tumblr?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's someone's account.
It's more like Funblr.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, now at least I know where I can park my car if it gets congested in the city. Wow. Whoa. Jeez, that's Tumblr? No. Damn, I didn't know Tumblr. How do you get to that page on Tumblr?
You just got to either search. I just Googled porn on Tumblr, and they gave me the best pages.
Okay, then. Those are good pages.
Yeah, there's like a story one where you can read erotic novels.
Oh, erotic storybook Saturday.
So how do I log into Tumblr?
Oh, here you go. Steve's trying to get there now. Oh, there's a hot chick. Okay. There's a hot chick winking at you on Tumblr now when you're just the main page. Are they basically saying we're the hot site now? I don't remember Tumblr being that.
See, I don't know Tumblr. This is my first experience looking at Tumblr, and I'm a fan now.
Wow. They have, different categories of people's kind of journal-y type things. So you can have nerd Tumblr, you can have porn Tumblr, you can have anything.
Ah, okay. Well, hey, there you go.
I'm not going to get any work done today.
10% of people say they watch at least once a day. Well, Vicky's filled that in.
What do you think? Beginning of work or end of work? When's the best time to look at porn?
Oh, man. I would say
around 3 o'clock for the second wind.
I would say my first break.
First break?
Because, you're sluggish, at the beginning of the day. And then, I'd be a twice a dayer. It would be my first break, back when we had 10-minute breaks, and then it would be my last 10-minute break to get me through the day.
If I'm working 9 to 5, I'm thinking around 3:15.
Yeah.
Get you through the hump.
Exactly, as it were.
One person said, I work for a cable company. I have to troubleshoot porn channels all the time. Tough job.
More than half of these people have gotten it on with themselves while they watch porn at work.
See, that's the problem.
See, some people are just watching it, and then just, you watch it enough to get the blood flowing so you can get moving.
Exactly. You don't need to then you don't need to get to the point where you need a nap.
No, because that's the thing. Yeah, you're trying to be productive here, not reproductive. Most common place? What do you think? I mean,
the lactation room.
The lactation room. You know what? That will be the new most common place.
I would think here. It's one of the few rooms that has a door.
See, that's not good. If it starts getting a reputation, because I go in the lactation room.
And that's why it has the reputation, BJ.
I know, but I don't do anything in there. But
sure you don't.
I just put on my knee braces and my back braces. Well, yeah, but I got to put all my braces on me. That's all.
Yeah, but I'm sure you're like, well, pants are already off when in Rome.
Okay, first of all, that's maybe what you would say, but that wouldn't be what I would say.
One person says, I look at porn right after my lunch break.
Oh, okay.
Someone says, I look at Tumblr every day when I'm stuck in Seattle traffic.
Oh, wow. Hadn't thought about
right, drivers. Be careful when you look to the left or the right of you.
Yeah.
You'll never know what you'll see.
So the most common place is the bathroom, but there are people that actually do it at their desk.
They got to have doors.
I guess.
You would hope.
No wonder. You think that's why we have this entirely open space in our new offices? Do you think they knew that people were doing it inside their offices and they want to make sure no one does it in there anymore?
They were always watching us. Cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
They just saw everybody just taking their clothes off. Said we need to have no doors here anymore.
15% of people say they do it in an empty office or conference room. That's why all of our conference rooms you can see into.
Yep.
There are windows and all that.
All you have is the lactation room or the green screen room for
That's
our
it.
video stuff. So, I mean, that would actually be kind of fun because then you can look like you're in like China while you're doing it.
All right, well, perfect.
If you film yourself, that is.
Yeah, all right. Well, why wouldn't you film yourself? I bet people would want to see that on Tumblr.
Wow.
The person says, yep, I always check it out around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon just to get through that final, I don't know if blast through work is the right term.
I don't think that's the right, yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
I would like to know if that 85% of women looking at porn at work is true. I agree with you, Steve. I think that the male number is low, but I am shocked that 85% of women said, yeah, we do this at work. I wonder if that's a true stat.
Now, granted, we don't have enough women on our show to be able to fully survey this, but just, okay, Vicky, yes or no?
Heck yeah.
She just did.
Sarah, thumbs up, thumbs down? Thumbs down, okay. Danny, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up, yeah.
There we go.
So 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 women
on our show.
All right. Do you think
66%?
Now, if I could think of some people that we work with that if you said, okay, do they or don't they, I would say yes, they definitely.
Okay, let's go through the staff. Let's figure this out.
Hey, you think that's the right term? I don't think we should
on air people. Of course, let's not talk about the salespeople.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Out of respect to their privacy.
Yes. I was more thinking about the salespeople and management.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
They're all doing it.
They're all doing it. As a matter of fact, it's 100% for everybody in sales and everybody in management.
Okay, if you had to pick somebody outside of our show.
Ooh, boy. Is that good that we start targeting women who like porn? You think that could get us in trouble?
Well, I mean, we're talking about I'm talking about like on-air people.
Even that, because we don't have too many on-air women, do we?
Well, we got Vicky, we've got Sarah, and we've got Robin. We got Cece and Taryn.
And Cece and Taryn. Cece looks like, because she's just always posting awesome pictures, Cece looks like somebody who, you know what, would have no problem with porn being seen.
Right. But I don't think she's seeking it out.
Yeah, she seems too sweet to I want to go look at porn while I'm at work. She looks like the kind of person to be like, I just want to have a good time. If someone pulls up porn, okay, I'll look at it.
Okay.
But she's also here on the weekend when there's no one else that would catch her.
Yeah. But so Taryn's here at night. And I bet she's looking at the nastiest of porn.
Oh, Taryn. Yeah.
I think it's Taryn.
It's because I sent it to her. I'm sorry.
Because Taryn lives in the country, so she doesn't really get to get.
They don't have adults.
They don't have porn in the country. She's got to come to the big city to get the good porn.
She's too busy taking care of her chickens and hatching eggs.
Yeah, exactly. See that? There's not enough time for porn. And again, they got that country porn. You know what that's all about. You got to get the city porn. And I'm thinking Robin, I mean, she does that dirty German stuff. I don't know if she does or doesn't.
All right, from the men's room, who do you think?
Oh, Ted, of course.
Ted?
Are you kidding me?
I don't think so.
You don't think Ted lives in porn?
Not here at work.
Oh, see, I
think it's Miles.
I never. I'm
going with it's got to be one of the married guys.
Oh, wow, Miles.
You know what I mean? Ted could do it at home.
Well, Thrill, but Ted's got no kids, and Miles and Thrill have proven at least they've had sex a couple of times because they have kids.
True.
So you know that they're getting something. Ted looks like, what proof is that Ted's ever had sex?
He went to the Bunny Ranch. He's talked about that.
Oh, that's right. Well, if he went to the Bunny Ranch, then of course he loves porn.
I'm not saying, dude, I thought that was a given that everybody here loves adult films.
At work.
Yes, but I'm saying here at work, who's more apt to... I'm not saying be bad and do stuff to themselves at work.
I have proof.
Okay.
Here, listen to this.
Put on your dancing shoes and hats.
What do you think that means?
I love sausage.
There you go. There's that, huh? Come on now. There's that. Hold on. How about this?
Fasten up your seatbelts and get ready for some fun.
See?
Ted like hot dog.
I mean, this is all proof that Ted is the guy that watches porn at work, okay? And how about this?
I love me some me, and you should love some me.
Yeah. This is damning evidence.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I'm getting my wages garnished. Can bankruptcy help with that?
Absolutely. One of the big reasons people file bankruptcy is because they have a judgment or a lawsuit against them, or their wages are getting garnished, and so they can't pay their other regular ongoing bills. People sometimes think that you can't file bankruptcy once they have a judgment against them or once a garnishment has started, and that's not true. Filing bankruptcy will immediately stop any garnishment that you have going, except for child support, and and stop your creditors from continuing on with garnishments of your bank account, your wages, and in most cases will discharge that liability through the bankruptcy process. And we can file a bankruptcy case for you usually the day you come in.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Keeping up with the flood of news every single day can be quite stressful. There is climate change happening. There's the pandemic, labor movements, Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend. Hi, I am Gideon Resnick, host of Crooked Media's What a Day. Each week, Travelle Anderson, Priyanka Arabindi, Josie Duffy Rice, and I are going to break down the biggest news stories of the day in a way that hopefully doesn't always make you want to cry. New episodes of What a Day drop every weekday at 5 a.m. Eastern. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.